Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 8, the mid-season finale. So, this episode was actually pretty good. I'd say this is one of the better episodes of the first 8. Overall, I didn't hate the first half of the season. I'm kind of frustrated with some of the filler and what they did to Alicia and Morgan. Like, why did you make Alicia and Morgan this? Why did you give them this whole cliffhanger thing where we don't know if they're going to get sick later on or not? Like, Morgan and Alicia are big characters. Morgan's my favorite character. Alicia's probably the most popular character in the show. So you're going to make them the ones that might get like radiation and get like tumors growing out of their heads when they're like older. And from now on, that's always a risk. Whether it's Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 or Fear the Walking Dead Season 10 or The Walking Dead Season 20, if they transfer to that show, there's always going to be that risk of Morgan and Alicia one day getting out of bed and suddenly they have like a bunch of cancer and mutation and stuff because they were exposed to radiation, and we don't know if they're gonna if it's ever gonna kill them, if it's ever gonna come back and kill them, because I think with radiation exposure it can be years before you even get like cancer or anything. So it's like, why did you do that to Morgan and Alicia? Every episode from now on, we're just going to be wondering if it's going to come back and kill them or not. Like, why them? Morgan and Alicia? Why them? But other than that annoying thing, no one died. No one died in episode 8. I don't think there was a single human death, a single on-screen human death in the first 8 episodes. That's definitely unexpected. I mean, I figured they'd have like a few background characters or a few like no-name bad guys or something, and they'd get killed by walkers. You know, sort of just up the amp and have some violent deaths. That's usually what I would say they should have done that. If they didn't want to kill any of the good guys in the first half of the season, that's cool. I understand that, but you should have had like a few background extras. Like a few bad guys get killed by walkers, unless there's someone I'm missing. I don't think there was a single human death in the first 8 episodes. And as far as that goes, I did say before in some other video I made a week or two back that if no one dies in the first half of the season, I won't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if no one died in the first half of the season. I kind of thought maybe they would kill someone, but at the same time, I said I wouldn't be shocked. And, you know, I feel like the only characters that have had enough character development are the ones you don't want to die, like Morgan, Alicia, Daniel, Dwight, Strand. All those characters probably have had a decent amount of character development, but do you want them to die? I don't. None of those. You know, they've already gotten rid of Madison and Nick, so I feel like they should keep those. And, you know, Dwight and Daniel, they weren't in season 4, so just because they've been on the shows before, that doesn't mean I want them to get killed now. And then everyone else, they're still kind of newish characters. Like June, I feel like, yeah, they could have killed her off, but she still has more character development. Sarah and Wendell, look, I like them. I've never been against those characters, but they're actually growing on me. I'm actually like really starting to like them, particularly Wendell. But Sarah's pretty cool too. Like, she's pretty funny. She's not saying "stir the beef" a billion times an episode. I think the one time she said "stir the beef," she saved Daniel Salazar's life, and I feel like she earned a "stir the beef." If you save Daniel, you earn a "stir the beef." So I'm okay with that one. But I think they're funny. I think they're cool, and I actually like that Sarah and Wendell, both of them, had some serious dramatic character moments in this episode. Both of them. I was impressed by that. But yeah, everyone lived. Everyone got on the plane. Everyone made it. So Daniel Salazar came back. Yeah! I had to pause the episode and cheer for like 4 minutes. I'm such a fan of that guy. Daniel Salazar and Ruben Blades are awesome. But it was just so funny. Just out of nowhere, this car just drives up and he comes out of the car and I was like, whoa! Holy shit! Because he's always done that. He always leaves to go do his music the actor, and then he comes back. But usually he's gone for extended periods of time so that the actor can go do music, then come back. But he was only gone for 3 episodes. He literally had this big dramatic exit in episode 4. And then episode 5, episode 6, episode 7. And then in this episode, episode 8, he comes back. He was gone for only 3 episodes. That's like, it's like a troll or something. Like the writers were like, gotcha, you thought he was going to be gone for a while, but he was only gone for 3 episodes. That's nothing for Daniel Salazar. He's usually gone for at least like a season or a half season. So yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I mean, I knew that Daniel was going to come back because he was on the poster for the back half of the season, and then there's the teaser trailer for the back half of the season that was released before episode 8, and I watched it. Of course I watched it. If AMC's going to release stuff, I'm going to watch it. Like, duh. That's AMC's fault, not my fault. I cover stuff that AMC publicly releases. So they released a trailer for the back half before episode 8. I watched it because why not? That's their fault. And then Daniel was in it, so I was like, okay, he's probably going to come back in like episode 12 or something, so that gives him enough time to do his music. And then he's probably going to stay this time. Either he's going to stay for good or he's going to get killed off. So I mean, we're getting a season 6. There's a good chance that we'll get Daniel Salazar in like all of season 6 because, like I said, I have a feeling this time, he's either staying for good or he's getting killed off. I don't think he's going to be able to keep leaving. It's just going to get too stupid if he literally just leaves and leaves and leaves. So I feel like if he came back this time, he's here to stay. He's either going to stay for all of season 5 and season 6, or he's going to get killed off. I don't think he's going to leave again. I could be wrong, but hopefully he stays. That'd be cool. I mean, hopefully they come up with some good material and they can keep him. They can give Daniel a good storyline for a few years. That'd be cool. But yeah, he comes back. He brings Christmas lights, and everyone gets on the plane, and they fly the plane. And Daniel, Sarah, and Wendell, they get the Christmas lights ready. A Walker almost fucks it up, but Wendell saves the day and gets the lights working again at the last second. So the plane lands. Everyone's on the plane, all the characters, all the kids, Alicia, Morgan, John, Dwight, everyone's on the plane. Everyone lives at the end of the episode. John and Dwight, they live. It seemed like it was a big deal about whether or not they'd make it to the plane in time, but they make it to the plane in time. But yeah, with John and Dwight, I figured they weren't going to die. I mean, come on, John and Dwight, nah, they're not going to kill them. That would have just been stupid, especially if they're going to make Alicia sick, which I guess there's a chance Alicia's going to be okay because she took a shower at the beginning of the episode. And when I watched the beginning of the episode, I was like, was Morgan going to take a shower? Didn't he get exposed too? He should take a shower. I don't know. Maybe it just... I don't know if you, hopefully Morgan took a shower and Alicia took a shower and they're both okay, but I don't know. I mean, we don't know if they're going to be okay or not. For all we know, in season 6 they're going to get sick out of nowhere and die. Like maybe just Morgan dies and Alicia lives. I don't want that either. Morgan is my boy, for those of you that don't know. I don't want Morgan to die. Can the lead character be some fucking job security? God damn it. But yeah, Alicia and Morgan, they might get sick later, they might die later, I don't know. But with John and Dwight, I didn't completely get this. I guess they're trying to hotwire a car. They're either looking for keys or they're trying to hotwire a car. And then John goes, oh, this car is going to work because it has candy in it. It has that candy that John eats, like the caramels and blackjacks, the things with the little wrappers that he eats, and there was a bunch of them in one car. And John was like, this car has candy in it, which I like candy, so that means that this car is going to work. We're going to hotwire this car, and this car is going to work. And then they hotwire that car, and the car works. So, first of all, I'm like, so if he knew how to hotwire a car, was that what he was already doing? And did he already do it with a bunch of other cars like 20 times and that didn't work? Or was this like the first car he tried that with? I don't know. It just, all I know is that he said that the car would work because it had his candy in it. The car worked because it had candy in it. And the thing is, I can't even get mad. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. It's funny. It's not even surprising. This is Fear the Walking Dead. This is the same shit that had air balloons and beer saves the day and stuff like that. So yeah, it's consistent with how the tone of the rest of season 4 and 5 have been. It's just like candy saves the day. It's like, okay, sure, okay, the power of belief. It's a heartwarming message. I'll give him that. But yeah, so John and Dwight are okay. Everyone's okay. John and June get married. That was cool. One criticism I would have is you might want to take a break from characters saying, if I don't make it back, just remember this. Like, it's okay to have characters almost die and build suspense, but you don't want to have a billion times in this season where characters are on the radio going, I need to do this. If I don't make it back, just remember blah, blah, blah. It just gets repetitive. Both John and Wendell said that in this episode. They're on the radio going, if I don't make it back, blah, blah, blah. So I wouldn't do that too many times. That will get a little too repetitive. But I loved the reunion between Daniel and Alicia hugging. And Daniel said something about Ophelia. So his mission had something to do with Ophelia, I think. Like some sort of closure with Ophelia. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more of an explanation with that. I think that's what he said. Like his little mission that he did had something to do with Ophelia. So he had to do something to help himself move on from Ophelia. But yeah, maybe we'll find out more about that. Unless I misunderstood that. But yeah, Morgan and Daniel shook hands. Oh, that was awesome. I've been waiting 8 episodes for Morgan and Daniel to have a scene together, and they finally have a scene together and they shake hands. And it's just like, you knew the writers knew we wanted that. You knew the writers knew that we wanted Morgan and Daniel to interact. And they shake hands, and I think Daniel shakes hands with Dwight. Another cool little moment. Daniel gets to interact with Morgan and Dwight, and he gets to hug Alicia all in one episode. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty big reward for those of us that have been watching this whole back half and we're wanting that sort of explosive eighth episode that would kind of bring everything full circle. And it's like I said, episode 8 is basically the end of a separate story. These first 8 episodes, they're basically, you could argue that they're their own season. They're their own complete story. Then episode 9 to 16 will be its own complete story. The radiation is done, but then Logan and those other people that we don't know much about, they're going to be the big bad of the back half of the season, I imagine. I mean, that's what the trailer made it seem like. But yeah, the first 8 episodes, they're its own complete story, and I thought that maybe it would end with someone dying, like maybe Madison, how Madison and Nick's deaths were. But no, it was just a happy ending. It was just everyone gets a happy ending for now. But yeah, it's just a happy ending in episode 8, and that's pretty much it for episode 8. And then there's just this little cliffhanger where Logan goes up to them and says, look, I was wrong before, but there's people that need help. There's a woman on the radio, and Logan's like, if you want to help that woman, you need to help me with this. And it kind of seems like he might be lying to them. He might be tricking them. It's a part of his evil plan. So he might be tricking them. So that's kind of a cliffhanger for episode 8. But I do like how they are finally bringing up the gas is going bad. There's a lot of people that are saying in a zombie apocalypse, a few years, like 3-4 years into a zombie apocalypse, normal gas most likely would not be working anymore. You pretty much would not be able to drive cars because gas would be going bad. If there's no way to make new gas, you can't use old gas because old gas goes bad after a few years. you can't use it anymore. And season 4, there's all these people just driving cars all over the place, and they just seemed like they ignored that, which was weird because The Walking Dead season 9 did acknowledge that. No one is driving cars anymore in The Walking Dead because the cars are going bad. They're riding horses. But in Fear the Walking Dead, which is only a little bit behind the timeline of season 9 of The Walking Dead, people are still driving cars. But now they're like, gas is going bad, gas is going bad. So it's like, okay. I know a lot of people that were complaining about the gas going bad and people driving cars anyway. So, I mean, they're meeting us halfway. There's now gas is going bad, so it's like, okay, I can live with that. Can you guys live with that? I mean, at least better late than never. You know, they're acknowledging that it's starting to go bad, so that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that they took the time to make that connection between both shows and have that consistency. In that one in particular, I was kind of bothered about. Like, I didn't want gas working in one show and then not working in the other show if they take place in the same time. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, gas isn't working anymore. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty good episode. I'm still worried about Alicia and Morgan just randomly getting tumors coming out of their faces out of nowhere and dying from radiation. Maybe it's Fear the Walking Dead season 10, maybe it's The Walking Dead season 20, but I'm still worried about that. But yeah, I'm glad that no one died. I'm glad that even Sarah and Wendell get to make it. I mean, we're definitely getting a season 6, so we might be getting Sarah and Wendell in season 6. That's cool. We might be getting Daniel Salazar in season 6. That's cool. I mean, who knows? Maybe they won't even kill anyone in the back half. Everyone is literally 8 episodes away from season 6, so that's interesting. You know, I'm wondering who's going to be in it, who's going to die. But yeah, that's cool. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty good episode. I'd say it's probably one of the better of the first half. Probably one of the top 3, top 4 episodes. Really enjoyed it. Oh, I love the plane flying, and that was a cool moment. It was just kind of crazy, but it was still a cool moment when the plane flew, and you could tell they actually spent some of their budget, maybe all of their budget, on that scene, because it didn't seem like they did too much in this first half. So maybe a lot of the budget went to that plane flying, and then John and Morgan have this badass moment where they both, the walkers are clinging to the plane, and it's too much weight, so they have to get rid of the walkers really fast. And right when the plane's getting off and about to fly, Morgan stabs one walker with a stick. John shoots another walker with his one of his guns at the same time. That was cool. That was like cool imagery, and then the plane flies. That was a cool moment. But yeah, overall, I like this episode. I'm glad everyone lived. I'm glad everyone made it, and everyone's going to be in episode 9. And I'm intrigued by what the back half is going to bring. I'm glad that there's actually human villains and not just radiation crap, because I wasn't a fan of the radiation, I'll tell you that right now. I could have done without the radiation, especially when it hurt my Morgan, and now I have to not know what's going to happen to him. But yeah, I'm intrigued by the back half of the season. Can't wait for it. But yeah, overall, I like this episode, and that is my review. So with all that said, don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 566 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!